In this video, we're going to talk about the 2021 Douji Bansan from Mr. Mopar. And I'm on like the 10th steep. This thing keeps going like if it was brand new. 2021 Douji Bansan Baizhang, something like that.
Ban Sheng.
From Mr. Mopar. Mr. Mopar has a Discord server with a bunch of Sheng heads there that will guide you through the process of learning more about Shanks. Look, this has a more floral, even when dry, fresh.
Definitely. Yeah. Like a lighter version of the smell of the Black Phoenix. Kind of.
Kind of like a phoenix, right?
Mhm.
Dance on, but it's just that fresh, kind of like earth thing, you know. You speak a little bit louder so it doesn't, you know. Is the water too hot? It's 2021, so it's gonna be pretty. It's young, 4 years. There you go. Gonna be a little rinse.
What's done is done.
Yeah,
We'll see how it
the
turns.
cake must not be very. The cake must not be very. What is it called? Pressed, because it was really easy to crumble. So
I don't have a cup.
yeah, get your. This is your cup. So this is definitely like tobacco, like what I smell. Done.
Kind of.
Like ashtray kind of a thing.
A
Like
little bit, yeah.
it's very tobacco-y for like your fingers after smoking a cigarette. You don't know any of that stuff because you don't really know about
No.
smoking cigarettes, but that's it smells to me like, yeah, you can't really sense it in the cups, but I do get a whiff of like
I know what you're talking
blonde
about, yeah.
tobacco, kind of like a camel cigarettes.
Mm.
That's just the rinse, so let it like open up there. It has a
Little bit of
fruity.
metallic aftertaste.
It's fruity. It's like dried fruits, like dried apricot, like dried plum,
Yep.
and that's the rinse. We're not gonna warm up the water anymore. It's just gonna be done with that, and I'm gonna hit the guy one on this side and just leave the leaves. Just lift them up without making them roll over the place. Just lifting those leaves and immediately there's a light, almost pink, I would say, amber pink, kind of red, huh? Citrusy, kind of like peach.
Yeah.
Lychee, peachy, beachy. Bring that close to the camera, see if it golden.
Just like
Whoa. Oh, there you go.
Looks like peach. Smells like peach jelly pie.
Peach jelly pie. All right.
Whatever that
Whatever
entails.
that is.
It's just
I
like
don't think
the
I've had one of those.
pie crust and peaches. Peach pie.
In peaches. That's what, in the US people like those things in peaches. If you are if you ever like want to be the president of the United States,
Gotta watch out for the impeaches.
you gotta watch out for the impeaches.
Make sure the people don't want to
Impeach you.
impeach you.
Yeah.
'Cause you
It's
gotta
pretty nice. I mean, there's like definitely like a lychee or something like that in it.
make sure that things are just peachy.
Peachy 13. No? Peachy 13? You're 14, so it's okay.
So that's gonna take me the whole video to figure out.
What I meant is a joke, is a dad joke with an accent. There is a little bit of astringency in it, but not much. I can sense that thirst quenching awesomeness of younger Shangi Changas. The leaves are a lot greener than the usual super age Shang. Definitely dry fruit. Dry plums, man. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, dry plums for sure. So again, on the side of the guy, when I'm just lifting the leaves up, this is gonna be colder water. So you're gonna take a little bit more time to get in there. That time is gonna be measured by the time that I take on refilling my kettle with my reverse osmosis water with 5 drops of added trace minerals for a perfect water. Water is very important. You got like tap water in your tea or like one of those bottled waters, plastics and stuff. It's not the same. So let's just not take it too far. Very clear liquor. I do see, let me just face the rooster that way. Yeah, I still smell kind of like an ashtray here, but the nice smell of an ashtray,
Yeah, it's
and
like
and cigarette ashtray, not like uh, cigar. I think this is perfectly balanced, kind of young Shang that
I don't know.
for 4 years. Huh?
I'm not really picking up the ashtray smell from the cup.
No, not at all. Just from this tall walled vessel there. Yeah, very fruity. Nectarine, maybe. But definitely on that. Like those trees all have the same kind of blossoms, like peach, plum,
Hmm.
apricot. They're gonna like all look the same until you see the fruits. I mean, at least to me, we have them all, and they all look the same to me until you see the fruit.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
It's hard to tell,
Only
especially
some of them are like kind of look like succulent a little bit. The
like what?
branches. The
The branches.
what are they? The plum trees or
Those are pear trees.
pear trees?
Yeah,
The pear trees? They kind of have like a succulent look to them.
they're a little bit more knobby.
Yeah,
Things
like
good.
skeleton finger branches.
Yeah,
While
like
as the apple trees and whatever cherry blossoms over there.
there's no cherry. There are plums there on that corner. There are like 2 plums that the birds just ate all the fruit, and then we don't have peaches or apricots, but they look kind of the same. You know, they have
Yeah.
that kind of same leaf and whatever, and
Yeah.
they bloom similarly.
The only way to tell the difference between those over there and those over there are just the branches.
And then the fruit. Yeah.
Yeah. Which we
Then,
haven't seen much of.
what I was saying, the crows eat them. They know they just come and eat them. We'll have to be throwing like some net on top of it or building some sort of. A lot of birds here, man, and they get their share. For the most part, we're gonna be harvesting a lot of apples. You know, those
Too
get
many
untouched.
apples for the birds to handle.
Yeah, maybe we need to trim the pears in the back so that they're growing lower. Our friend Neil was saying like, if you can't reach it, why would you have it? You know, so that's his fruit tree trimming procedure. So I don't know. It's not yet bubbling, but in the meantime. So what was that? The second steep, third steep?
Third, I think. Third.
Ooh, there you go. Look at that. Looky, looky. There's a couple of there's one thing there. I shouldn't be touching it with my finger. And grab a sharpie, sharpie, a Winchester, a little knife. Winchester. You see the Winchester mark there? Little leaves there, but not that big. A couple of twigs. Very nice. Looks greener. I'm liking this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just as is. If I it was, if I was getting this guy, I would probably like be putting it in the fridge. So with an oxygen absorber in the bag, you know. So just keep it like this as long as possible. You know, because temperature and humidity and oxygen changes the tea. It oxidizes, ages that way, and humidity and all that. So I don't know how would you like stop this? Maybe you can say something in the comments. How do you stop that aging? Because it's pretty good as it is. I'm kind of like, should I? Is it too hot?
I don't know.
I don't know. It was just boiling. Right. Let's see. If I put this is what is it? 197 Fahrenheit. No, 200, 205. 212 for Fahrenheit for water to be boiling, but I don't have a way of knowing what temperature it is anymore because I don't measure temperature anymore. I go by the sound of it and the bubbles and whatever. There's a kettle there that has temperature control, but I no longer use it. I wanted to train myself in the arts of the intuitive water managing, just like we decided to have a recurve bowl instead of a compound bowl with a so instead of aiming you just put your eye and you put the arrow where your eye is.
It's like throwing a rock. You don't really,
Exactly.
you don't aim with the rock. You just look at the thing and throw at the thing.
Yeah, that's how I wanna deal with the water and the tea in general, right? I mean, being measuring the uh, the sample size, 6 grams, something like that, for the guy one, to have some sort of an idea, right? But otherwise, I don't measure anything. So it looks right. It definitely got more astringent. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with more temperature, definitely like um, definitely got astringent, but not in a bad way. I lost the fruity notes for sure by doing that, and it became more of a plain Yongsheng astringent kind of a brew. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but I definitely would say the 2021 Douji Ban Sang, whatever you say that like. It's written in the title, so needs to be not boiling water, less than boiling,
Yeah.
crab eye, shrimp eye. But that couple of people have said stuff like that on YouTube and stuff that um, you kind of like gauge the water temperature, what is that when it's boiling. The bubbles are tiny, called shrimp eye, and a little bit bigger is crab eye, then like fish eye size, and then there's dragon eye when it's like blah, 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 that kind of boiling.
Yeah.
That's called dragon eye.
I think because of just hearing a lot of Z's and H's in the same word in Chinese, I think it's Banzhang.
Zhang,
Shang.
Banjiang.
Zhang. Because there's this Chinese animated film called Nacha, and it's spelled Nazha,
Like
or
nacho,
Nezha, but it sounds like nacho.
like
So,
Nacho Libre.
yeah, sounds like nacho.
I am. Can sing the whole thing because we're gonna get a copyright hit just by singing it.
Yep. Banzhang.
Yeah. So this is tip number what? 4, 5,
4, 5.
4. I have my
5.
counters here, but I never remember to use them.
Maybe we gotta put them there now. They're too hidden.
I still feel that ashtray
Let me
it's like that, fruity stuff there, but I can't just not smell the camel. But
And when I've been
you know,
around
see what it
people,
got.
that smoke, this is what it smells like.
Basically anywhere here in New Hampshire. Yeah, everyone at the store today smell like an ashtray. You realize that?
Yep.
Like you walk by anyone, they smell like an ashtray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that nice golden color.
Yeah, there's some floaties there, but pretty good. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we don't use a strainer because the leaves end up at the bottom of the gondola bay. And if I strain the leaves, how am I going to read the tea leaves then?
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. I would say that after heating it with pretty much boiling water, the steep after that is going to still have some remnants of astringency from the hot water that I dumped on it before. So it will take like one more. So this is where the little leaves are, and I just go bloop, and they go. Um, so yeah, I don't think that it's necessary to have a strainer. The leaves are pretty open right now. They actually at this point, what is it? 5, 6 now?
6.
6. At this point, the leaves are pretty open. I can see the serrated edges. They're not big leaves. They're kind of like this, the size of the first phalange of my pinky. To look at the last video where we talked about the pinky. Yeah.
Don't be sticking your pinky out.
No, not here. We'll break it off. I'm gonna put a cleaver right here. I'm gonna put a cleaver right here. If you stick your pinky on this table, you're risking to get it chopped off and thrown to the chickens. You know, the one rule in this bar: not sticking the pinky out. Yeah, I recovered. That's interesting. Well, it's less temperature too, but it's pretty good. There is some astringency, underlying astringency. The fruity notes are a little bit more gone and more of that pomelo, like that Neanderthal, type of cousin of grapefruit. It's a little bit more astringent and dry. Um, so like pomelo, citrusy type, and there is no grassy nothing. It's kind of like citrusy like that, and the classic Sheng flavor. Nothing to do with a green tea, but Sheng. I think that this one got you got some good withering. You can feel a little bit of that uh, subtle uh, sweetness, and I think that is achieved by letting these leaves wither before they do the killing the green, which is when they uh, cook the leaves or heat up the leaves to kill the enzymes that will oxidize, and turn things into black tea or whatever, or just keep withering. Pretty good. And with that, I think we're good. So this was Douji Bangsan Banshan, whatever the hell it is, and it's from Mr. Mopar. This is sample number 6, actually. Yeah. And yeah, go to Discord, it's in the description, and then you can, let me see, make sure that you actually, ooh, that's what it says. Then you can contact Mr. Mopar and be like, what's up with that one? Pretty good. I would say you want to try it.
Very memorable one.
Very memorable one. If I was a millionaire, I would be ordering each one of these cakes that you get a sample from. They're all good, but this one is something that I'm gonna keep in mind if I want to have a younger Sheng.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any younger Sheng except for that little bit autumn from Blue Willow. So it'll be a good thing to have this one as a younger Sheng.
Yeah.
And the other aged Shengs we have are like deep and probably wet storage. The high one is pretty deep and nice. That's a really really good one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one.